Today, guys, on Beer Geek Nation, we are doing something very special. One of my last days here on vacation in Florida, so I wanted to highlight another Cigar City beer out of Tampa, and this one is a very special one. This is their double barrel-aged Hunahpu Imperial Stout. No ABVs listed on the bottle, but from what I read, it's somewhere between like 13 and 15%, so it's a gigantic beer. Got to give huge thanks to Kevin for, this is available to El Catador members only, and he sacrificed one of his bottles to allow me to review it. What is the double barrel aged Hunahpu? They take their Marshall Zukov Imperial Stout, which is probably one of my favorite non-barrel aged Imperial Stouts, if not my favorite. Then to make Hunahpu, they age it on Peruvian cocoa nibs, ancho and pasilla chili, cinnamon, and Madagascar vanilla beans. To make the double barrel version, they aged 50% in Apple Brandy and 50% in rum barrels, and then they blend the two together, creating the final blend. This is the first time it was produced, and like I said, it's available to the El Catador kind of reserve members only at Cigar City, so looking forward to this one. Awesome stuff. Thank you again, Kevin, for letting me check it out. So without further ado, let me get into a glass. You guys know what smells, tastes, and give you the final verdict on the double barrel aged Hunahpu. All right, guys, the aroma on the double barrel Hunahpu. Oh my gosh, massive amounts of cinnamon, brandy, vanilla, oak, dark chocolate, a milk chocolate sweetness coming off of it. Lots of peppery cinnamon flavor to it. It almost smells like a cinnamon roll. Really awesome stuff. All right, guys, so the taste on the double barrel Hunahpu. Cheers. Oh my gosh. Wow. Right at the front of the tongue, massive chocolate, massive brandy, a little bit of rum in there. Middle of the mouth, this thing just explodes with dark chocolate, coffee, lots of cinnamon, definitely getting the heat from the pepper, definitely getting that vanilla, playing off some of the oakiness from the rum and brandy barrel in there, definitely getting a lot of that rum kind of spicy flavor in it, very sweet aftertaste. In the aftertaste, more dark chocolate, lots of coffee, espresso type of flavors just filling the mouth, lots of that barrel characteristic just shining through. You get the kind of spicy rum characteristics, the sweeter apple brandy characteristics, and it all comes together. A very deceptively drinking beer, for the high ABV. I'm actually getting a lot of residual heat in this one from the chilies. I've been told to let this beer warm up to, above room temperature and more of the barrel comes out. So that's what I'm going to do here for a couple minutes, and I'll come back and give you some more thoughts on it. All right, guys, so coming back for a tasting as this beer has gotten up to about warm temperature, about 67 degrees here. I'm getting a ton of that cinnamon roll characteristic that I've been getting throughout the entire beer, and I'm getting a lot more apple brandy barrel. I've had a couple beers in the apple brandy barrel, the Laird's apple brandy barrel, I believe, and there's always kind of a similar taste to it. It's a kind of a very light apple skin, a sweet booziness, a little bit of oakiness, a little bit of vanilla as well, and I'm getting a lot of that. It's very present as it does warm up. Some of the rum characteristics start to drop out more, and that apple brandy, just works. It's an extremely complex beer. It takes Hunahpu to a whole nother level, which is not an easy thing to do because it's already a world-class beer. This is an awesome beer. I'm so happy I got to try it. It is just a mind blower. Awesome stuff. All right, guys, so the final verdict on the double barrel Hunahpu Imperial Stout. It's not available. You're gonna have to trade for this one. It's gonna be a tough trade as well, and I gotta give a huge thanks to Kevin once again for hooking me up with one of his bottles. Guys, this one is easily getting an A+ for me, and with that said, it's easily one of the most complex, most delicious tasting beers that I've ever had the experience to have. Look, it's no secret, I love Marshall Zukov. It's one of those Imperial Stouts that I just have to have a whole bunch of bottles every time it comes out, and I love to spread it out throughout the year. Hunahpu takes that beer to a next level. This double barrel age just takes both those beers to a whole nother level of just absolute epicness. The best way for me to describe this beer is a cinnamon roll coated in chocolate and dipped in a rum and brandy barrel. That's exactly what it tastes like. You get all those flavors. There's no one flavor that really kind of overrides the other. They all work together to create this just absolute symphony of a beer. It's an awesome, not even it's an epically well-crafted beer. Just awesome stuff. Another great beer from Cigar City, and I highly recommend you guys seek this one out if you can get it. Hopefully they release another beer like this again, a double barrel version of this, so more people do get to try it. But with that said, it's getting an A+ for me, and it's easily going to be one of my best beers of 2014. It's awesome, awesome stuff, just amazing. So with that said, remember folks, life's too short. Drink amazing beers. Cheers.